Hi, my name is Mr. Shaw King, and welcome to another exclusive video. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how to win on your first date with a woman. How to win on your first date with a woman. And it's a very important thing to think about because a lot of guys, for some reason, like to leave it up to the woman to make plans and um, figure out where they they should go, what they should do, and I think that's a critical mistake. And a lot of guys have bought into that, and that's why I thought it was very important to do this video. So on the first, if assuming that you have a date with a woman, the first thing you should do is you should plan well. You shouldn't leave it up to the female in regards to where y'all should go or the destination of where exactly in the city or town where you live. Uh, don't leave things uh, by chance. Plan well. You know the old saying goes: if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So you have to know where you're gonna go. Know what if you're gonna go to a restaurant. Know what type of food she likes. Um, know Go to an area where you're familiar with. Don't go to a area where you've never been before on the first date. That's another mistake too. Go to a place or area or environment that you're much familiar with. Don't don't make your first date your first experiment going into a new area. That's a big mistake. Don't do that. And sometimes I would say stay away from movies. Uh, Stay away from loud areas that you can't talk and communicate well. Like going to a nightclub on the first date. That's not a good idea. So you want to go to a place where you can sit and talk. It doesn't have to be pitch quiet, but you have to be able to talk. You have to be able to speak without having to yell. Like being at a movie, you can't talk very much because the focus is on the movie, and then it's loud in the movie theaters. And if you go to the club, it's loud in the club. So you want to go to a place where you can sit down and talk. You can engage and get to know the other person. So plan well. And the second thing is, I would say you gotta pay the bill. You gotta pay the bill. Don't let her pay on the first date. Especially if you ask her out. If she asks you out, that's a different story. And maybe she might insist that she wants to pay for whatever reason. That's different story. But if you ask her out on the first date, you gotta pay the bill. You know, I know there's a lot of stories being put out that says who should pay the bill, the guy, the girl. But I think in certain situations, if it's your birthday or a special occasion, okay, maybe she should pick up the tab. But on a average day, I think a guy should pay. I mean, if it's your birthday, like I said, if it's your birthday, your special occasion, maybe your graduation, something like that. Maybe it's okay if the woman picks up the tab. But on an average day, a guy should just pay the bill, man. Yeah. And the next one, I would say, you gotta dress well. I mean, you don't have to dress flashy or but you gotta dress in a way that you feel comfortable. Maybe some jeans, a polo shirt. Make sure the colors match. Make sure everything is pressed, no wrinkles. Just a formal occasion. Nothing too flashy. You gotta dress well. And the next thing I would say is you gotta be confident. Don't you gotta relax. Don't be so nervous. Don't be so uptight. Um, a lot of guys get nervous. They start sweating and shaking and biting their nails um, and another thing is it's not a good idea to have a lot of pauses in between conversations. Because sometimes a lot of people, even some women, surprisingly, they'll get nervous. They'll get so nervous they don't know what to say next. Or sometimes they'll just lose their whole train of thought. So you don't want things to get so you don't want to get so nervous until you forget what you was about to say, and there's too many pauses and it's too quiet in between conversations. Um, just act normal. Just be yourself. Just sit down, relax. No stress, no pressure. Y'all don't know each other. Y'all just trying to get to know each other. And as a matter of fact, y'all might not see each other ever again, depending on how the first date goes. So you got to just be confident and be true to yourself. Be yourself. And the second thing is be punctual. Be on time. Don't try not to be late. I know shit happens sometimes, but try not to be late. Because if you're late on the first date, that usually says to a woman that maybe he's not really interested, or maybe he was just something to do, or that sends a lot of different messages to women in a lot of different ways. Trust me. Now, to you as a guy, you might not even be thinking that way. Maybe you just got caught up in traffic. Maybe it was an accident down the highway. But try and leave early. Just in case something happens or whatever. Just in case it might be an accident, or maybe you just maybe you got off work late. Who knows? But try and be on time. Because you never get a second chance at a first impression, as they say. So be punctual. Next, you gotta talk less and listen more. Because, and I know this is kind of hard for a lot of guys, because they think they have to talk a lot, tell a woman about what they have going on and who they are and what they accomplish in life. They're trying to impress her by doing that, but in reality, they're really turning her off. Most women don't like when guys do a lot of talking about themselves, and they don't even ask one question, if that, about the woman. So you're not really impressing really any woman, unless she's like a gold digger, or maybe very superficial, something like that. But if you talk less and listen more, you really get to know women very quickly. And if you ask the right questions, let her do the talking. You really get to know her like very quickly, like double time, compared to most um, people when they getting to know each other. And it's a two-way conversation. Just it's not just one person doing all dominating the conversation. So that's pretty much what these key um, ideas is like very good for a first date. So let's recap. The first thing you have to do is you have to plan well. Don't leave things by chance. Second thing you have to do is you have to pay the bill, pay the tab, man. And yeah, you have to dress well, dress to kill. And the next one is you have to be very confident. And then you have to be punctual, be on time, or just stay home. And finally, talk less, listen more. So these key ideas can really make a difference if you want to win at your first date. So if you like what you heard in this video and you want to work with me directly, go to chooseyourrelationships.com and click on the coaching session tab and click the option that's best for you. And feel free to leave comments at the bottom of this video. So until next time, my name is Mr. Sharp Game. Peace and love.